The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another SEC rival, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Yellow Jackets offense takes the field to start this game off. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with a huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. Runs through a tackle. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Tight end now in motion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Dumbest quarterback ever.
And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
This defense has their hands full in this game because because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Williams looking for a man. Quick completion on the out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Gonna look downfield again. Sets up the screen. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
Let's go!
It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5
Oh,
offensive
they gotta go for it. Disrespectful motherfuckers.
Have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for them.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the
Hit him!
Will not get there.
Let's go!
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yard. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Going with the ground game left. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to...
Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Yellow Jackets back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, Listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Okay, straight through.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Brought down inside the 15, mark it at the 14-yard line. Now a 4th down decision to be made by this offense. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
Strip.
And here comes the field goal unit. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep him covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Williams will pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with him.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Red pass, it's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass is incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Right down the boulevard. That'll close the gap to 14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hand off from the shotgun. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They'll give it to him again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Casey. Moves around to clear up the vision. Quarterback gets him up. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
makes the grab. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got his man. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Yellow Jackets are threatening on 1st and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Calls his own number. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. The offense changing the play. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Williams will pass. He's got him this time. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that 1st down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll leave it with him. Inside the 25. There he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting wide.
Touchdown!
Touchdown!
They're trying to get me!
They're
Trying to get me!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the 1st half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the 2nd quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the 2nd half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this job.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Williams looking for a man. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their 1st pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Wants to return it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball
Boy,
carrier.
time.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team. But this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Yellow Jackets showing a little sting as they build their lead against the Dogs.
How about them Jackets, man? This is so good for Georgia Tech fans. They're so jacked up and excited. They think the Georgia fans, they think they're buffoons. They're smarter, they're better, and when they can beat them on the field, they want to rub it in their face.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up the 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Just ran him over. And he's able to shed
Hey,
one
that's
tackle and gets a pretty good
just
pickup.
ran him over.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
Oh, shit.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. 42 spot defense looks like they're coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Finds his tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Williams will pass. Got the quick pass. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Dogs Downs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Hit.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Man, that could not have gone anywhere. Sure thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third. From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere.
Let's go.
This defense makes a third down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Right back to him on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got the first down. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Trying to beat him to the left. Knocked down in the backfield. And, boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Yellow Jackets will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Might be calling a hot route. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel group has there been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously. And
turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the grab.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Grab behind the line. It's not. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. And so the Ramblin' Wreck make it all the way to the finish line as Georgia Tech takes this edition of Clean Old-Fashioned Hate. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.